Hi, you guys. I wanted to talk about the Jen Shah restraining order that talks about her cheating. I know it's been covered a few times, but I noticed that people were not including the cover letter that went with the restraining order when they talked about it. And even some of the news outlets like TMZ were mentioning that they had gotten this information and all that, but they weren't really sharing it. And then, Jen's attorney was saying that, why they felt like it wasn't true. And so it was very gray. And when I really got into the evidence of it, it was pretty clear cut. And so I wanted to do this video to present, first of all, the documentation really quickly to you guys. So, we have it on my channel somewhere to refer to. And then also I wanted to bring those two items together, the letter and the restraining order. It's just undeniable that this happened from the cover letter when you look at that and the restraining order to me. And I want to say that this is going to really impact your thinking on whether or not Coach Shah and Jen Shah are going to stay together after she goes to prison. So I really felt like it was relevant to talk about. And I wanted to, have this conversation with you guys. So let me present it to you. So Talk of Shame found the restraining order, and this is what it said. Because the prosecutors actually removed it from the evidence at a certain point. I guess it was argued and taken out. But anyway, it was enough that the fans heard about it and found it. And so here it is. This woman was caught having an affair with my husband. I took screenshots of the conversations between Jen and Redacted, my husband, then sent the screenshots to her husband, i.e. Coach Shah. This happened March 19th in the morning. I did not respond and went to bed. At 2:30 in the morning, Redacted, which is her husband, was knocking on my bedroom door letting me know Jennifer drove from Salt Lake City, Utah, and will be there any minute. He wanted me to go outside and meet her. I refused. She showed up and started screaming how she was going to kill me. Then Redacted came back. Okay, so this is on the restraining order, the reason for the request for it. Now, this woman signed this under penalty of perjury, so I really don't think she lied. And there's been rumors for quite some time that Coach Shah, although definitely loves Jen Shah, okay? They definitely are together in some capacity. But there's been rumors for some time that they're actually living apart. He was living in a townhome with the boys, and that she was renting a room in a rich person's house in Salt Lake City and filming there. So definitely a strange relationship exists between Jen Shah and Coach Shah. Whether or not they're truly together in a traditional marriage, I don't know. Maybe they are more open in their marriage. I guess all we could do is really speculate. We all know when you're serving time 5+ years, it can be really hard to keep your relationship alive with the person on the outside. Inside you could have something, but outside not easy. So this is what Jen's attorney said on January 5th. Shah's attorney, Priya Chaudhry, tells TMZ, we have proof that this woman is lying about this alleged affair. An email from this woman to Ms. Shah's husband dated 4 days after the restraining order, in which she acknowledges that there was no affair. This scorned woman lied to the prosecutors in an attempt to exact her own revenge against Jen Shah. Okay, guys, I call total bullshit on this, and I'll tell you why. Let me read you this letter that was accompanied with this restraining order. It says it all, and it kind of debunks what TMZ was told by Jen Shah's attorney. The government respectfully provides this supplemental submission in advance of the sentencing of defendant Jennifer Shah, currently scheduled for January 6, 2023 at 10 a.m. The defendant has relied upon certain descriptions of her character by her family and friends to attempt to justify her request for an extraordinary downward variance. In response to the defendant's portrayal of her, quote, character in her public filing, a particular individual with whom the government had no previous communication sent a brief, unsolicited letter to the government about individuals experience with the defendant. Attached, the government received the letter. Law enforcement agents interviewed the individual, okay? So she would have had to lie to law enforcement, which if she did, she would go to jail or she would get a felony, okay? And obtained corroborating materials regarding individuals' interactions with the defendant, including a temporary restraining order provided by the Justice Court of Henderson Township, Nevada, and a police report provided by the Henderson, Nevada Police Department. Attached here to Exhibit 10. Individual's description of the manner in which the defendant treated her is consistent with the government's understanding of how the defendant frequently interacted with others, including other participants in the business opportunity scheme. The government requests that the court consider individual's letter and the events involving individual as necessary context for the court analysis under 18 U.S.C. blah, blah, blah. Damian Williams, United States Attorney. Now, I didn't want to leave this out. Coach Shah, when he was at court with Jen Shah and the opportunity arose, was very supportive. He was kissing her. He was hugging her, very affectionate. I heard that from someone who was in the courtroom. Anyway, if anybody knows who the woman was that had this happen to her, please do put her in touch with me because I would love to talk to her and find out what happened. I feel so bad for her. How terrible to have, this happen. Anyway, it seems that Jen's behavior of the volatility and everything, it's not the first time I've heard about this type of behavior, besides watching it on the show from other people who've reached out to me about Jen that knew her when she was younger and stuff. Strange. So tell me what you guys think. Do you think Coach Shah and Jen Shah's relationship will last when she goes to jail? Do you think that Jen and Coach Shah might have an open relationship or a special understanding? Or do you think this was out of sight, out of mind? Just curious. I think I want to do a Real Housewives of Miami kind of tea drop. I have a few things that I want to make sure you guys know on my channel. I know the Patreons know, but I want to make sure you guys know. So I'm going to put something together for tomorrow for that. I hope you watch. Bye.